Welcome to our step-by-step guide on how to paint a room like a pro. Whether you're looking to freshen up a space or give your room a complete makeover, painting is one of the easiest and most affordable ways to transform any area. Follow these simple tips and tricks and you'll be painting with confidence in no time. 1. Prepare the room before you even think about opening a paint can. Preparation is key. To achieve a professional finish, the first step is to prep your space correctly. 1. Clear the room. Remove as much furniture as possible. 1. For larger pieces that can't be moved, push them to the center of the room and cover them with a drop cloth. 2. Tape and cover. Use painter's tape to mask off edges, trim, windows, and any other surfaces you don't want it to paint. 2. Lay drop cloths or plastic sheets on the floor to protect against paint splatters. 3. Clean the walls. Dust, dirt, and grime can affect how the paint adheres to the surface. 3. Use a damp sponge to wipe down the walls, especially near baseboards and corners. 2. Choose your paint and tools. Picking the right paint and tools will make a huge difference in how your room turns out. 1. Select the right paint. Choose a high-quality paint that suits the room you're painting. 1. Flat paints work well in bedrooms and living areas, while satin or semi-gloss is ideal for kitchens and bathrooms due to its durability and moisture resistance. 2. Choose your color. Consider the room's lighting, size, and mood when selecting your paint color. 2. Light colors can make a room feel larger and more open, while darker tones create a cozy atmosphere. 3. Get the right tools. You'll need a high-quality paint roller, an angled paintbrush for edges, a paint tray, and an extension pole for reaching higher areas. 3. Don't forget to have a ladder on hand for ceilings and tall walls. 3. Prime the walls. Optional but recommended. Priming is an essential step if you're painting over a dark color, a newly built wall, or a wall with stains. 1. Apply primer. Using a roller, apply a coat of primer evenly across the wall. 1. This will help the paint adhere better and provide a more even finish. 2. Let it dry. Make sure to allow the primer to dry completely before moving on to painting. 2. Drying times may vary, so check the label on the primer can for guidance. 4. Cut in the edges. Now it's time to get painting. Start by cutting in the edges of the room. 1. Use an angled brush. Dip your angled paintbrush into the paint and carefully paint along the edges of the ceiling, baseboards, and corners. 1. Cutting in first ensures that you won't accidentally roll over these areas later. 2. Work in sections. Don't try to paint the entire room at once. 2. Work in small sections, cutting in along one wall before moving on to the next. 5. Start rolling the paint with the edges done. It's time to fill in the larger areas using a paint roller. 1. Load the roller. Dip the roller into the paint tray, ensuring it is evenly coated. 1. Avoid overloading the roller with paint to prevent drips. 2. Use the W technique. Start by rolling the paint in a W or M pattern on the wall. 2. This technique helps distribute the paint evenly and avoid streaks. 2. After the initial pass, go over the same area in smooth vertical strokes to create a uniform finish. 3. Repeat the process. Continue rolling the paint until the entire room is covered. 3. Make sure to blend the edges with a roller to avoid noticeable lines between the cut-in areas and the rolled sections. 6. Apply a second coat if needed. Depending on the paint color and the wall's previous condition, a second coat may be necessary for full coverage. 1. Wait for the first coat to dry. Allow the first coat to dry completely, usually 4 to 6 hours, before applying the second coat. 2. Apply the second coat. Use the same technique as before to apply the second coat, ensuring even coverage. 7. Finishing touches. Once the paint has dried, it's time to clean up and enjoy your newly painted room. 1. Remove painter's tape. Carefully peel off the painter's tape before the paint dries completely to prevent peeling. 1. If the paint is dried, use a utility knife to cut along the edge for a clean removal. 2. Touch up any missed spots. Check for any areas that might need a touch-up and fix them with a small brush. 3. Clean your tools. Wash out your brushes and rollers if you plan on using them again. 3. Properly dispose of paint cans and any leftover paint. Conclusion, and there you have it. Painting a room like a pro doesn't have to be difficult or intimidating. With the right preparation, tools, and techniques, you can achieve a professional-looking finish and transform any space in your home. Follow these steps, and your freshly painted room will look amazing.